you're celebrating 10 years of business here at the Clanard Court, and you've chosen to celebrate it with a wedding extravaganza. Tell us what's involved in that.
Well, we thought because we have done such a great job with weddings here over the years, we wanted to do something a little bit special today. So it wasn't just your routine wedding fair. We thought we'd rebrand it as the Wedding Extravaganza. So we have a whole showcase event happening inside as we speak. Our ballroom is set up in wedding mode. We have our beautiful gardens opened. We have all our preferred wedding suppliers there. As you can hear, the music is playing, and we have champagne flowing, and we've very much targeted brides and grooms to come through here to showcase our wonderful place here. Coupled with, we have this evening WedRock, Battle of the Wedding Bands. So we actually have Louis Walsh coming through to judge 6 wedding bands, all very well known. And the winning band tonight will obviously get the accolade of being the best band here playing in our WedRock competition. And also we have a winner from a radio station competition we ran who will win that wedding band for their own wedding. So it's something a little bit different.
Gary, you must be delighted with today's event. You've got a great turnout, and the room and the hotel looks fantastic.
Thank you, Alan. No, we're delighted. It's been a great turnout, and you know what? I sat there for the last hour, and I've taken 4 wedding bookings out of 5 couples, so what's not to like about that?
You can't complain about that.
No,
but I mean, why wouldn't somebody book? I mean, it's a fabulous day outside. The weather is fantastic.
Yeah.
The grounds look great. They come inside. They've got really warm welcome. We spoke to Anna earlier. You guys really pride yourselves on the personality of the staff and how you present yourselves to people.
Absolutely. We've got a great team here, Alan. We've 60 staff in total, and many of them have been here since we opened in 2005. And we're like, I suppose you could say, we're like one big happy family. You know, we get it, and we get what the bride and groom are looking for on their wedding day. And I think the fact that we all gel so well together, we can really create a super welcome for the bride and groom on their day, and they feel like they're in a home away from home, I suppose, which is super.
Claire, you've been at this a long time. What are the key tips that people need to be kind of taking heed of when they start planning a wedding?
I suppose the first one is to stay calm. It always tends to work well and put them on the right path. I suppose pick a budget and stick to it. People ask me, what can we do that's different? You know, they want to stand out from the crowd. And I suppose the best way to keep their wedding unique is to make it personal about them. The most important things that I would say, definitely the ceremony obviously is the most important one, but the food and the hospitality and the music, they're the 3 elements that would make a great wedding, and they tend to work really well.
And you've got one of the rooms set for a ceremony. That's a huge part of weddings these days. I mean, it can really be anywhere, can't it?
Absolutely. We put a lot of effort into our rooms to make sure, again, that they present themselves really well for that special ceremony. And our rooms here, you know, they all have their own private gardens as well. So it's ideal as a spot, and it's also within spitting distance of Dublin as well, and in the heart of Kildare. So we like to think we tick all the boxes.
Nikki, tell us about the WedRock event this evening.
Well, as you know, it's here in the Clanard Court in Athy, and we're all kitted out. We have several bands that are going to go full on, fight it out, see who's the best, and it's kind of fun. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but we want wedding couples to really get a feel for what they're going to get on their wedding day, which is very hard to imagine if they go and see bands in showcases in pubs or whatever. So this is the perfect place because it's a really busy wedding venue. They get to see banqueting managers, bands. It's exactly as it would be set up on their wedding day. So I think it's much more true and realistic for couples.
Of course, we've got Louis judging it as well this evening. That's going to make it a bit interesting. Is he going to go Simon Cowell, or is he going to go Louis Walsh with his comments?
I just think you never know what Louis is going to say, and that's what I love about him. He's just true to himself. He'll just spit it out, and everybody's just going to have to go with it or not.
Kerry, you're the competition winner, but it's not really for you. Tell us the story behind that.
Well, it's actually for my brother, who is living in Australia and is coming home to be married in August. So my mum and I are planning his wedding party for him, and we were just going to get a DJ, and I entered into the competition and won the band, so yay.
That's fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of trust obviously required within a family. If he's abroad and you're planning his wedding for him.
Yeah, well, you know, he's just so excited that we've won, and he trusts us, kind of.
So have you got a band in mind so far you'd like to win?
Well, no, not really. We're just going to see, and whoever gets us on our feet, hopefully they'll be the ones that win. But imagine my brother's going to have like the #1 wedding band, so that's really cool.
For people who are looking at their numbers and trying to whittle it down to something manageable, are there rules in that regard?
I mean, the numbers, obviously, do a pre-list first of all before you start looking at venues, because, you have people that come to a venue and it only has the capacity for 150 people and their list is like 280 or 300. So that would be, do a pre-list as such. Keeping to the numbers, I suppose, break people into different groups. So immediate family, immediate friends, and then decide, if you're going to bring first cousins or third cousins, and break them all into different groups, and that way then you keep different, I suppose, perimeters as in the numbers that you're going to have.
Robert, what works for you as a photographer?
What works nowadays, the cameras are so good nowadays, and what works for me when I arrive at a bride's house in the morning is that they just be themselves. At that stage, everything is done. You book the hotel, you book the photographer, and with our experience, the hotel's experience, and all the other people that are working for you on the day, let it go, relax, have a good breakfast even, and just chill. With decent hotels nowadays, there are lots of hotels that sprung up in the Celtic Tiger, and we still have them, thank God. We can get nice indoor photography done even in November, December when it's raining outside. People never know it is raining. We just do some shots in the bridal suites and in the reception areas and at windows, stuff like that, and come up with a very contemporary album even under those conditions.
Could you briefly sum up the last 10 years? What's it been like?
Pretty amazing. It's been great. We've had we got off, we opened up here in 2005 and the economy was on a crest of a wave, let's just say, and then, things changed, but we kept our heads down, we got through the recession fantastically. We maintained a very positive approach, and we stuck with what we know well, which is hospitality and customer service, and it got us through it, and we're here 10 years on and looking forward to the next 10 years. It's been busy, but it's been eventful, but it's been, I'd have to say, a happy time, a good time.
What are people looking for in a wedding cake now? Is it still as traditional as it was, or is there a new entry into the market?
A little bit. I think most people are still fairly traditional, although the chocolate biscuit cake really is everyone's favourite now these days. Fruit cake, not quite so much. But everybody likes to have a different tier now.
Is that really where it's at? It's variety on different layers of cake?
Yeah, oh definitely, yes. A little bit of everything.
You're actually based quite close to the hotel here, aren't you?
I am, literally a mile away.
And everything is done from the home kitchen?
Yes, it is, yes, and delivered straight to the hotel on the morning of the wedding.
In terms of how long ahead should you be planning a wedding? Is there a guideline on that regard?
It really depends on the couple, to be honest with you. Some people can easily manage it within 6 to 8 months. Other people feel they need 2-3 years. But regardless, I say if you're planning your wedding and booking your wedding, trust the people that you're working with, the professionals, and they guide you in the right direction. At the end of the day, everybody wants the same results. So if you're planning a wedding in 6 to 8 months and you have a tendency to panic and stress, work with the people that are looking after you, and they'll guide you in the right direction and keep it as stress-free as possible.
Sinead, I'm really the wrong person to be having this conversation with you about wedding dresses. You've got some fabulous designs here. you've also got a very unique way as to how brides can actually come in and pick their own dress and maybe custom make it for themselves.
Yeah, no, when they come into the store, girls will come in and they have one idea, but when they come into us, we make sure that they try on different styles, because if one thing in their head and then when they get it on, they think their world's going to fall apart. So, it's important to try on everything. And, in our store, when they come in, because we have one supplier and one designer, they can come in, if they like the top of something, they can mix and match with the bottom of something else, or the same with embellishments and beadings on dresses. They can, there's multiple option for them. We don't tend to label what suits who, because, there's a gown for everybody out there, So.
Even me.
Even you, yes.
The next 10 years, any plans?
Well, the next 10 years, if it can run as smooth as the last 10, we'll be happy. Certainly, I suppose in time we're constantly looking at new angles and new ways to develop, and please God, we may extend a few rooms and, we're constantly doing bits, but they're small. We notice them, the guests notice them, but we don't go overboard, I think if we can maintain what we're doing and continue to look after the locals, look after the wedding couples, and, keep people happy. That's all I'm looking forward to, and that's what I'll be asking of myself and asking of the team.